Hi, this is Nancy Phillips, Executive Assistant to the Trish Lala Group at Alexandria, Louisiana, Keller Williams Realty. What I'm going to go over with you today is inputting a new listing into our Central Louisiana Realtors Association MLS, which is powered by Matrix. You will need to go to their website, GCLRA.mlsmatrix.com. You'll use the agent's user ID, which is their NERDS number, and their password, which is located on the login and password spreadsheet on the drive. To input a listing, you go across the top and click where it says Input. Add New. It's a residential. And start with a blank listing. We do have the option of filling the form from the Realist tax mapping, but I have found that multiple times we have to go in and update the information that pulls over, so I personally find it's easier just to start with a blank listing. You'll notice that some of the fields are highlighted in yellow. Those are required fields that must be completed. You will not be able to save the listing without having that completed. We do also put a lot of information into our listings that are not required, specifically features of the home, because I personally feel as a potential buyer, I would want to know the specifics of the house, like what type of foundation does it have, what appliances are with the home, things like that. You will also notice that there are certain fields that default. We deal with exclusive right to sell listing contracts. And typically ours will be for sale. On occasion, we do have some that are for rent, but for the most part, we deal with only for sale. So let's get started on this and see where we can go. Occupied, this particular property is occupied by the owner. The list date can be found on the listing contract, and it will also be on the multiple list data input sheet that the agents provide for each listing, and that will be found on the drive. And this is what that looks like, and it has the information completed on it, and our clients must initial each page and sign the back page. This is a requirement by our board. So if you're fortunate enough to have dual monitors, you could have your input sheet up on one monitor and your MLS up on the other and just kind of zoom through it that way. So let's close that. Let's go back. Go for the list price. The expiration date, we typically in our marketplace deal with 6-month listings. On occasion, we may take them for a lesser amount of time or a longer time, whatever you can work out with your client. Area, this is how our board divides our parishes into different areas. I know in some markets it's designated by the school district. So this kind of takes the place of that. So Area Z is required, which is a more specific area within the parish. And then Area Y is defined by this choice. Say this one is in Alexandria, or they call it ELIC for short. Say it would be in Pineville. We're just saying it is not, but if it would be, then the Area Y would default to the Pineville side of Rapides Parish. That's all that means. Which side of the parish is it on? And then click that. Put the street number. The street prefix would be if it's north, south, east, or west. The street name, Bayou. And the street suffix. The way our search is set up in our multiple list, You cannot put the suffix in with the street name, otherwise it doesn't pull up on searches properly. So please make sure when you input into this MLS that you separate Bayou Robert and drive. Put drive in the suffix. And then if the suffix has a direction, that would go there. Unit number, this would be for an apartment or a condo or a townhome. The city is Alexandria. Here in Louisiana, we have parishes instead of counties. And our market center is actually located in Rapides Parish, which is in central Louisiana, which beckons the shortcut, the nickname of Cenlaw. It's short for Central Louisiana. Add your zip code. We don't do that. And then the directions. There you go. And your legal description. The legal description the agents will get from the tax assessor's office. Under community, this would be if they offered any specifics to that community. This one does not. It is not gated. Again, these are not requirements, but I always think more information is better for those who are searching for a home. It could be the difference between your agent's listing getting that showing and offer because you had that information in there and not. So it's just easiest to put it in. Okay, the lot dimensions on this property are quite significant because it's actually two separate lots divided by Bayou Robert Drive. So it's too much to fit into this field. So I'm going to just put here, see agent remarks. Then we come up to mapping the property. We're going to set the latitude and longitude manually. And we're going to put Bayou Robert Drive, and we're going to say locate. And it's going to find it, and then we're going to click on the individual parcels. No, how about that? Never mind. Okay, sorry. Let's come off here. And we need to find the one that goes with our buyers. That's 5907. So let's come over here. 5915, I went too far. There we go, 5911 Bayou Robert Drive. This is the owner, Jerry and Tracy. So we're going to say place a new pin. Going to put it right there. And then click done. And then what that does is it fills in the latitude and longitude for mapping purposes by agents, especially if they are doing map searches. It's going to be the Rapides Parish School District. The elementary schools, again, this is something your agent will be filling in on the MLS data input sheet. You're not expected to know this. So we've completed the first page and we go to general information. This is a single family home. We have building conditions and typically it's going to be existing. You can see here if it's under construction or new, if it's in the historic district, or if it's been remodeled. Typically it's going to be existing. Foundation, we have slab or pier beam in Louisiana. The year built, this is not a required field. If your clients know when it was built, wonderful, put it in there. But if you don't know, It's not a requirement. We do need to know, though, the approximate age, and most people can tell you that, and there's several to pick from. Again, here, if it's a new or under construction, that would be what you would use. Then we go to the master bedroom description. Again, they're not requirements, but I'm going to just default to what I said before. And we're just going to run through the different items. Sits on almost, if you put both lots together, you got almost an acre. Total bedrooms, 5, 4 full, 1 half, and it's 2 stories. We have a double garage. Garage is attached, and a 3+ garage. The construction is brick veneer, stucco with a wood frame. The lot description, it's on the bayou. Has double lavatories, a stall shower, and a whirlpool. And the roof is architectural shingles. We go to features. It breaks it down into different categories, and you just follow along on your data input sheet. Brick. Whoop, wrong one. Let's go over here. Brick, gas start, and wood burning. Now we got the flooring. Brick, ceramic, marble, slate. We are only able to put 4 choices for floorings. This particular property also has wood floors in it. So what I will do is I'm going to add that to the agent remarks, just like I'm going to add the lot dimensions to the agent remarks, because I want everybody to know that it does have wood floors as well. All of the window coverings remain. This property has attic storage, inside storage, outside, and workshop storage. So it's got a lot of storage areas. Then we have our cooking. We have our different rooms, like if there's specialty rooms. And then we go into the interior. We have a door opener, security system, smoke detector. I apologize. I tend to talk to myself when I do inputting, so I don't miss things. And then I still miss stuff, which is why we have the clients take a look at everything that we put into the MLS. We send them a copy of the MLS sheet so they can review it to make sure that we've not misrepresented anything. Because it doesn't matter how many eyes you have on these things, the owners are going to be able to say, oh, wait, that's not right. So it's just easier to send them a copy and let them look at it. Miscellaneous appliances. Again, as you notice, these are not in yellow. None of these are in yellow, but we fill them out because we just want clients, potential buyers who are looking to see, hey, look what all this house has. This is the one we want. That other one didn't even tell us that it had a dishwasher or, you know, anything simple like that. It could be that could be a big deal for some people. Okay, fence type. Mixed. Okay, it does have a pool. has city water, city sewer, and city electric. And we come to the remarks. This particular listing is not scheduled to go live until the 27th of September, and the photos are being taken early next week. So what we will typically do is we will get the remarks into the system when we make it active, just because the photographer will have had a chance to go out as well as the listing agent. And generally they kind of work tandem because they each kind of see different things. So we kind of wait until we're ready to make it active, and then we put the public remarks in for what everybody sees on realtor.com and the ones that go through KWLS and all of that. So that will be to come, because we're not ready to make this particular listing live. It will be saved as incomplete, which is normally how we do ours. We get them into the system as incomplete, and then we can just pull the trigger on the actual list date to get them in the system and get them active. We found that that works really well for our team. It's the option of the listing manager or whoever's going to handle this file, how they want to do it, but we just found for our team and for the amount of admins that we have that works the best. This particular block is where you indicate anything that is reserved by the seller. And according to the listing contract, the pantry door is reserved by the seller. We're going to indicate, yes, there are agent remarks, because this is where we're going to put in our lot dimensions, and we're also going to put in about the additional flooring of wood floors. So let's just put here lot dimensions. Lot 8A. There we go. And then here we'll put flooring, wood. And if there's anything else that we need to add here, like, you know, special notices to the agent, like seller unable to leave home during showings, pets will be removed, things like that, we could add that here as well. Anything you don't want to go out to the public. Now we go to the next one, where we go to financials. And yes, there is a homeowners association. It's paid yearly, and the fee is $100. Again, in anything you put with numbers, do not put any commas, no decimal points or anything. Possession is to be determined for this one. The LREC, that's the Louisiana Real Estate Commission contract warranty. This is what we have here called the waiver of warranty and redhibition, where the buyer cannot come back to the seller for any defects that they find in the property after ownership has transferred. That's why it's important to have abstract and title work done, why it's important to have home inspections done. Just, you know, that's kind of the default down here. Unless it's new construction, brand new construction, it's going to be sold as is without warranty. And that's not to be confused with a home service warranty. That is for the buyer after they purchase the home, for the mechanics of the home, whether it be plumbing, electrical, the dishwasher breaks, things like that, the air conditioning goes out, that kind of thing. This particular property is not eligible for real development. This is where we indicate to the selling broker, the buyer's agent, the buyer broker, what their compensation will be. This is not a distressed property, and it is not a relocation property. And we click to agent info, and this is where you can double check and make sure that it has Trish's or whoever the agent is, whoever the listing agent is, their ID number, and their contact information, and Keller Williams Realty Cenlo Partners. So since this is not ready to go active, missed the IDX. This is very important. Without the IDX clicked yes, the feed will not go out to all the syndicated properties. So it's very important that that is clicked. So we're going to save this as incomplete because we are not ready for it to go active. However, if we were ready for it to go active, what we would do is we would upload the photos, which I'm going to just upload some photos so you can see how it's done. Click Browse, and we'll just go to one of our other listings, and I'll grab a couple pictures and put up there. All of the photos that go into the multiple list cannot be branded. They cannot have any kind of team or market center or any kind of logos or names on them. We have the ability to upload 25 photos into our multiple list. As you'll notice here, we only have 15. So we don't necessarily always max it out. We very, very rarely max it out just because we are very selective in what we photograph in our homes, and we try to focus on the main features of the home, not just taking a picture for picture's sake. So you click open, and they're going to download. If once they're in here and you say, oh, that one needs to be up here, you can slide them around like that. You can do whatever you need to do with them. And then you just click save. Now saving here does not make this listing active. It's just saving the photos in the system. We also upload our disclosures, even though we're saving it as inactive, we upload our disclosures when we're doing it. That way it's one less thing we need to do on the day it goes active. Mainly because we have some days where, or some Wednesdays, we typically like our listings to go live on Wednesdays. We have some days where we might have 5 or 6 listings going live the same day. And as much as we can get done ahead of that, doing the inputting and uploading the disclosures, even if we still have to add the photos and the remarks, that takes 5 minutes and we're done and it's active. So we try to stay ahead of the game, and the fact that we can save them as incomplete and upload the disclosures and upload the pictures if we have them is a huge help on days where we have multiple listings going active. So this one's going to be the disclosures, which I personally prefer having all of my disclosures in one file. The waiver of warranty, the property disclosures, lead-based paint. We do a personal property conveyance disclosure, and we also have a utility and other information form that we upload. You could also upload sketches. You could upload floor plans. You can put whatever documents you want to put into the MLS that the sellers are willing to share with the public. So we've uploaded, well, we've chosen our file, we've named our file, and now we've changed this to other because it has more than just those other 2 disclosures, and click upload. We also need to upload the tax map from the tax assessor site, or a plat, or a survey, something that shows where the property is within the area that it's located. So we're just going to use the tax map for this one. We click upload and we click save. And you will notice that your MLS number has already been assigned. So what I do is I take that number and I put it onto my spreadsheet that I have started for the agent. And I put it up here at the MLS number, just so that we can track this. This is Bayou Robert. We're just getting started with this one. So it's still in the pre-listing stages. So now when this one's ready to go active, we're going to come back into it on Wednesday. We're going to find it. I'll show you where we're going to find it. Come up here to the input. You're going to find the agent's name, whereas this one is Trish. You're going to find the listing right here, 5911 Bayou Robert. We're going to click residential. And when we're ready for this to be active on Wednesday, we're going to click submit listing right there, right here, submit listing, and that will make it active. We are not making it active today. So we're going to just click cancel input or say yes. And that's it. And then you log out and you're good to go. So that's how you put a listing into the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association MLS. If you have any questions when you get into it, or if you have any questions before you get into it, please feel free to call me. I'm in the office 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. My cell number is 318-500-0236, and the office number is 318-619-7796. You have any questions at all regarding MLS input, please feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, and I'll get back with you if I can't answer my phone. I'm here to help, and I wish you luck. Thank you so much.